live and giving tremendous support to it. And I'm also getting some follow-up questions, feedback upon based on the content that we're discussing. So first of all, a very thank you, a huge thank you to all of you who appreciate our work. And again, like in case if you missed to cover some topics, or if you have some things, a few things or some things to discuss, do let us know in the comment section. We'll definitely take them up as a next topic in our live. Okay, and before I start, I also wanted to say a big thank you to all the learners who are trying to flourish and grow in this ecosystem. We are doing just our bit to give back to the community, the things that we have learned over the period of time. We are just trying to share them, and so that someone might take benefit or encouragement or maybe inspiration from them. In case we miss something, in case something is not clear that we are discussing, feel free to mention that in the comment section. We'll definitely follow up with you on that. So today, my topic for the live would be that whether the Salesforce certifications are sufficient enough to help you grow in the ecosystem. And this is the reason why I picked this topic, because recently we had an opening for interns role for both developer and what I say and the admin, and we have received hundreds of resumes. I personally went through all of them, and I would roughly say 80% of them had that they have certain level of certifications, maybe platform developer 1, developer 2, Salesforce admin, Agentforce specialist, like that. So when I just went through the profiles, contacted them, asked about the basics that they know, but I would say I nearly shortlisted 20 to 30 candidates, and the feedback about the basic that I got was not up to the mark, that was not matching to the certifications that they had highlighted on that platform, on their resume. That was not matching. So therefore, I uh, thought of having a discussion around it, that uh, why there is so much of rate race in getting what I say in getting uh, uh, so much certifications in the Salesforce ecosystem, where you lack the basic skills. So this is the whole point of discussion that I wanted to have, and just share my opinions on this. In case you have something to add to this discussion, do let me know. I'll be happy to know more about that. So here is the thing. Uh, what I say. Here is the thing. First, I believe. Uh, let's first start with why someone is in the Salesforce ecosystem at the first place. That's the first thing that someone should be questioning. For example, if I'm aiming to become a Salesforce developer or Salesforce admin, then I should have the clear reasoning for that. Uh, like, you should know why you want to be a Salesforce developer, why you want to be a Salesforce admin, or why you just want to enter in the Salesforce ecosystem. If I have to talk about myself, uh, a decade ago, when I like switched from full stack development to like Salesforce, my purpose was very clear, that I wanted to explore the CRM technologies, and I had the prior interest in working with the ERP systems or the accounting systems. I I had like in my in my career, I had the opportunity to work on the ERP systems such as Epicor, all their versions, Epicor 9, like that, Sage, uh, Syspro, QuickBooks, NetSuite, nearly I would say 20 to 30 ERP systems I had already integrated with the technologies like what I say .NET, PHP, or Java in certain cases for the integration purposes. So I had the deep interest in those systems. Therefore, I wanted to explore how, apart from this legacy or the in-house accounting softwares or ERP softwares, how the modern world cloud-based CRMs would work, how they will solve the problem, how they are the best fit or best alternative of the what I say in-house accounting softwares. So that was my interest. Therefore, I explored this CRM, and at that point of time, there were two leading CRMs like Microsoft Dynamics CRM and Salesforce at that point of time. And I luckily I got the opportunity to work on both Microsoft Dynamics CRM and Salesforce CRM, and then later on I developed more interest into Salesforce ecosystem. So that was my driving force to join the Salesforce and start my career within this ecosystem. So if you are someone who is willing to enter or who has entered in the Salesforce ecosystem and started exploring their entry level jobs or started looking for the first opportunity as a career, then just first ask, what is your driving point for joining or working in the Salesforce ecosystem? That's a main thing. If you are in this ecosystem, or if you have just selected Salesforce because it is booming, it is you feel that it is less technical, less coding work, or it is easier to enter in this ecosystem, or the pay scale is high, I believe, or if you think if you have more number of certifications, then you can easily enter into this ecosystem and you can easily secure your job. I believe if any of these reasons are your driving force, then I believe you have not made a right choice for your career. Because Salesforce is not about just getting certifications, just not having gaining the practical training or something somewhere, until or unless you truly understand the true potential of CRM softwares, how they work, what problem they solve, how they interact, or how they make the lives easier of people from different industries. Are you really willing to understand the industries, their core processes, their standard operating procedures, their user bases? Are you really interested in that domain? Then only I believe you would be able to survive or sustain a long-term career in this ecosystem. No, trust me. Like on that related note, I just want to also highlight that, let's say you have thought that okay, I will get Salesforce administrator certified, I'll get a Salesforce Agentforce specialist certification, maybe platform developer one. But if you lack the basic skills that are tested in that particular like certification, then what is the point of having those certifications in your bucket? You just think and ask, if you are certified, and if someone asks all the basic questions based on your certification only, and if you are unable to answer them fluently with the great confidence, then what purpose or what value your certification is given to you? Just think in that direction. So I believe your true driving force to join any ecosystem should based on the its true functioning, its true values, its true mechanism of how that system or that ecosystem flourishes, how that solves the problem, how they work with so many different categories of business industries. And if you have the passion to understand and learn the or adopt to those business procedures, then only I believe you should join. On the related note, I'll give you an example. Just I'm not here to criticize anyone. I'm just giving you a real world example. I recently interviewed one candidate. That candidate was having Salesforce administration certification and administrator certification. That person was certified. Then that person was also having Salesforce Agentforce specialist certification. I just asked a few basic questions to navigate through the platform. What are the uh, validation rules? What are the different relationships exist? Or why there are different relationships exist? What is the difference between report and dashboard? And what is a formula field? What is a roll-up summary field? Like basic platform questions I had asked to that candidate. And trust me, that person was unable to answer half of them. Then I just simply did ask one follow-up question, that you are claiming or you are highlighting that you are a Salesforce admin certified, and you don't know the basics that are being tested into that exam. How did you clear it? I won't share what that person told me, but there was a truly visible gap into the skills. Correct. So that means if you are, what I say, if you are someone who are just want to enter this ecosystem because the pay is high or the demand is high, I believe you're not choosing a career for yourself. You are just entering into the rat race, and I highly doubt that that will consume all your enthusiasm in 1 or 2 years struggle, and then you will be left with no choice. So I the only request that I wanted to make to all the freshers or someone who is trying to switch to Salesforce, don't just join just because the pay is high or the demand is high. Make sure that does it align with your skills? Does it align with your area of interests? Then only you will be able to become a better Salesforce professional. So I believe uh, uh, just don't chase the certifications, get the skills. That is the true true way of evaluating someone, if any company is hiring. uh, and for that matter, we also do that. I never go through the certification. I never entertain if someone says that I'm like I have these number of badges on the trailhead, I have these number of certifications. What I truly test, what level of knowledge or skills you have for the platform, how familiar you are with the basic navigation, basic fundamentals of the Salesforce. If you pass that criteria, then I believe you are good to go for me. I can proceed further with you, whether you have the certification or not. So I believe focus should be on the skills, area of the interest, then only you should enter. This is about the admin part. And on the other hand, on the developer side, I have seen so many people quitting their careers, like from the uh, full stack development or maybe web development to Salesforce. And I have come across 5-10 profiles in that category. And when I spoke to them and asked why they want to switch to Salesforce from their current career, the only straightforward answer that I got every single time was that, sir, this technology is in demand, the pay is well, and the less technical work. That's what the thought. That's what the impression is from the outside, because we see so many social media posts that Salesforce is easy, you can easily enter. But what they don't tell you is, even though you are a developer, it is not that you don't have to code. You should be really good at basic programming fundamentals. Your logic should work every time, everywhere. The AI or the chat GPT won't is going not going to help you. Even you cannot just put everything on chat GPT and generate your code base. You cannot do that in the enterprise solutions. You can take the leverage of AI only when your fundamentals are strong, you are good at coding, you are good at understanding business requirements, what end users wants from you. Then only you would be able to what I say, sustain. So if you want to be a developer and coming with that impression that it is easy, there is no less work, there is no more technical work, there is no complicated coding, then I believe you are living under the wrong impression. You should get that clarity that any full stack development work that you are doing, the similar amount of complexity, the similar amount of commitment or coding skills, programming skill is required to be a Salesforce developer. And moreover, with the recent what I say recent releases, Salesforce has already introduced that you can build React web applications on top of Salesforce platform. That means the complexity that was having that was having in the full stack development is being introduced to Salesforce also. So in the future or upcoming years, the companies would look forward to the those kind of hybrid development also. So there you cannot just survive with basic technical knowledge. that will also require sound understanding of programming or engineering concepts. You should be good at object oriented programming, you should be good at logical thinking, you should be good at coding at the first place. You cannot, as you proceed further in your career, you cannot rely on AI completely. You have to be very very sound on that. So just don't come or don't enter just with the impression that certifications are enough for you. You have to have the skills. Certifications are just kind of cherry on the top. And even with the recent experiences that I often discuss with my fellow seniors who often interview freshers or something, they always share, when we hire just based on the certifications, most of the candidates just couldn't survive the role. Either we have to terminate them, or they live in between because they can't meet the expectations of that particular role. So what the companies have started doing, they have, even though you are highlighting that you have so and so certifications, they often interview deep down through those skills, because they are trying to understand the things that the certifications that you currently hold, are you capable enough to explain those skills? Have you studied enough to understand all those things that that were asked in those exams? So I believe, along with the certifications, you should also focus on the things or the topics or the skills that you are preparing. I, I on the lighter note, I would share a funny incident with you. Long A few years back, I had someone in my team. That person was working as a Salesforce developer with us, and that person was having the certifications of both Salesforce admin and Salesforce developer, the initial beginning level certification that person was having. One day, on a Saturday, uh, we were not having so much of work. We were just having the basic discussions around, like, I just asked him, how did you get that certification? Because you don't know much about the admin part. You just know the basic stuff, how to navigate through the platform, how to create objects, fields, or basic thing, or page layouts. You just know the basic thing. How did you uh, achieve this certification? That's what I just asked that person. That person, since like I was his senior, or we were kind of friends. So that person simply highlighted to me that, sir, when I gave this exam, in front of me my friends were there, and as the question pop up, somehow they helped me to answer the correct tick the correct answers, and somehow I passed that exam, and now I'm the Salesforce certified admin. So this is the reality. I don't think this is a good practice. You are not fooling with your future employers or future companies. You are fooling yourself. You are playing with your future. You are wasting your time and energy into the wrong field by just passing the certification, and you just lack the desired skills. So that particular moment, I just highlighted to that person that, don't you think it is wrong that, yeah, just for the self satisfaction you are aiming or gaining this certification where you lack the real skills? And if you uh, appear for the interviews and highlight that, I know I have this certification, and when the interviewer will ask you questions based on them, you won't be able to ask, you wouldn't be able to answer that. How would you cope up with that? And then he just said, sir, this is how it is done, मेरे फ्रेंड्स ने ऐसा किया, बहुत सारे फ्रेंड्स ने, तो मैंने भी ऐसा कर लिया. This is what he said in Hindi. So somewhere we also feel, I also uh, felt that it is a kind of rat race where the freshers or the beginners have entered in knowingly or unknowingly, just to stay ahead of the queue. I don't think this is a good practice. So don't do that. It is not helping you or your future employer. It won't take you anywhere. So today, in today's world, even in 2026, people are in the age of AI also, if they hire human developers or human admins, they thoroughly introspect, they thoroughly uh, uh, like interview them with their skills, with their knowledge, with their level of understanding about the platform. That won't help you to crack such interviews if you lack the basic skills, or if you lack the required skills. So this is what I have observed over the period of time. And and this thing just led me to uh, have this live on this topic, that often I see that people, when they write the resumes, when they write the emails for the job, the very first line that they write is, I'm 2 time certified, 3 times certified, or I have hundreds of badges on trailhead, or this is my current rank. But do you truly justify the skills with the claims that you are making? If the answer to that question is yes, then you have truly studied, or you truly invested your time in that was required to actually master those skills. If the answer is no, then those badges, those certifications won't take you anywhere. And on that note, do not blame the ecosystem, do not blame the companies, do not blame the organizations that they are not giving chance to the freshers, they are not giving opportunities to the newcomers. It is not like that. If you can work, or if you are reliable for that role, then only the companies would hire you. Otherwise, there is no chance for you. I will be honest with you, otherwise you won't stand a chance. So all you think all if I have to summarize, all you have to do is work on your skills, acquire the skills that are needed for the role, practice, 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 study, study, study. Get uh, get yourself comfortable with the concepts, logics, tools, procedures that are needed for that role, then appear for the interview. And I believe, and I assure you that even though you are not certified, but if you have the skills, you have the high probability to clear those or crack those interviews. So this is what I wanted to discuss about it. And it's just not my like these are not like mere observations. I have seen this happening. I have seen people struggling with a lot of certifications, but they are not getting their opportunities. They are not getting shortlisted or selected for the jobs. So this is the reality of the market. It is not just mere assumption. So this is what I wanted to share, just to help the freshers, that like, do not just look at the fabricated posts on the social media. Do not look at the fancy terms that you often see on the LinkedIn or any such platforms. Get your reality check. Are you truly into Salesforce just because you have the interest, you have the right skill set, or you have the right mindset? That matters the most, I guess. Other than that, if you are just for the sake of high pay or high demand, you won't survive or sustain a long career in this ecosystem. You can like mark my word on for that, and try yourself, and get back to this live and respond it here that I was right about this. So basically, the whole thing that I wanted to discuss was that skills matter the most, even in 2026, in the world, in the age of AI also. Then only you will be ahead of the queue. There is no shortcut, there is no certification, there is no badges that can reward you with great career in this ecosystem. Again, this is my observation, this is what I have seen over the period of time. Do let me know what you feel about it, or if you have any questions on anything related to this, do let me know that as well. And I believe with this we can conclude this live. I hope you found it helpful, and I just tried sharing my opinions that I had with people, with freshers specifically. So uh, just like, let me know what you think about it. Again, we are doing a lot of efforts, we are making a lot of efforts to bring some quality content that are actually valuable to freshers, and that gives the clarity check or reality check to them. Share our videos, do share our lives, subscribe to our channel, so that we can reach more and more people, and the freshers or the people who are trying to switch to their Salesforce career can take benefit from our lives. Until next time, keep learning and keep growing with Long Switch Academy. This is your host, Shubham, bidding you goodbye. Thank you very much.